Hello everyone. Our project is about the pigeonhole principle and its application. The principle states that if you place more items into fewer containers, at least one container will have more than one item. Although simple, this concept has important use in problem solving. We create relatable examples such as dividing candies and survey 10 respondents to see how well they understood the principle. The main challenge we address is that many people find it hard to relate the pigeonhole principle to real-world problems. To help with understanding, we use simple examples like dividing 30 candies among 3 friends. However, applying it to more complex scenarios requires additional context, which we aim to provide through our survey.
Research from various books and papers help us understand how the pigeonhole principle is applied in fields like computer science and statistics. We use these references to design examples that are easy to understand and relevant.
Next methodology. Number 1, researching existing work on the principle. Number 2, designing example such as the candy distribution. Number 3, conducting a survey with 10 respondents. Number 4, analyzing the responses to understand the effectiveness of our approach.
Now, let's move on the result of survey, where we collected responses from 10 participants regarding their understanding of the pigeonhole principle. Question 1. Are you familiar with the principle? 50% said yes, while 50% said no. This showed that half of the respondents were initially unaware of the concept, which highlights the importance of introducing this participle through their example. Question 2. Did the candy example clarify it? 80% answer yes, while only 20% said no. This suggests that using relatable examples like dividing candies helped most of our respondents grasp the idea better. Question 3. Can you relate it to real-world uses? Only 30% of respondents could relate the principle to practical applications, while 17 said no. This indicates a gap in connecting the principle to real-world problems, implicating the need for more practical demonstration and example. Question 4. Do you think it simplifies problem? 70% agree, while 30% disagree. This shows that a majority of respondents recognize the principal potential to simplify complex problems by offering a structured approach to solution. And last question is, would you use it problem solving? 60% respondents say yes, while 40% said no. This demonstrates that many respondents found the principle useful enough to consider applying in real-world scenarios. In summary, the survey results show that while a simple example like dividing candies made the principle easier to understand, many respondents struggled to connect it with real-world application. This finding is crucial because it reinforces the need to use intuitive example in teaching mathematical principle while also providing practical applications to bridge the gap between theory and practice. Furthermore, it's encouraging to see 70% of respondents acknowledge how the principle simplifies problem solving, and 60% will consider using it in their own problem solving process. This reflects the principle's effectiveness in making complex problems more approachable.
To conclude, the pigeonhole principle is simple but powerful. Our surveys show that while many didn't initially understand it, simple examples help clarify the concept. In the future, we can improve understanding by creating more real-world examples and case studies.